guys, welcome back to another video. Right now it's 12:13. I'm gonna try to be as quiet as I can, but I was just watching a YouTuber called The Gabby Show, and I've watched her Vine. She's one of my favorites. I think she's hot, pretty, um, and I seen a video where she's speaking about someone who OD'd in the school, and that's kind of, that gave me the idea to do a story of why I do YouTube. Um, this is gonna be a hard video for me to make. It is gonna get very emotional. But when I was young, I went. First to start off when I was really young. I was about like 7 or 6, and I just had my sister. She was born. Um, and as you guys can hear, the one out there is really bad. But my grandma got cancer, and we all thought she was gonna live because the doctor said it was gonna be that bad. It was bad. The cancer spread through her heart, and one day we just get a call that she's dead. And the last thing I remember my grandma telling me is keep yourself safe and take care of your family and do me proud. That's the last thing I remember her saying. And the last thing she told my mom was that take care of your kids, which my mom is doing, and I love her to death for it. But that's when I fell into a deep, deep, deep depression, and nobody knew this. I didn't even know I had depression. But then one day, we went to go get my blood work done, and it turns out I had ADHD. For those who don't know what ADHD is, it's like a hyperactive disorder that distracts you from learning. But surprisingly, you need to take pills for it. Sometimes I forget the pills, but I still focus in class. That's how I know I can control it. But then one day we went again, and he said that I have deep, 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 really deep depression from my grandma dying. Cause my grandma used to babysit me, and she took me everywhere. She gave me food, she gave me lunch. I mean, she basically was like my mom, my second mom, and having her die when the time that I was born was, well, when my sister was born, very frustrating because my sister was only one. My sister didn't get a chance to meet my grandma at all. Um, and I didn't even know her that much. I remember we had one Christmas with her. My grandma died in October. Um, and then YouTube came around, and that's when I started watching YouTubers. And I said, one day I'm gonna be a YouTuber. When I'm old enough, when I'm smart enough, when I have all these ideas to basically to YouTube. And I told my dad, I showed my mom, I had a computer, I sit down, play video games, act like it. I mean, that was just like my dream. Then football came around. I focused on football, I did good on that. And blah 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 blah. Here we are now. And this is the reason why I'm doing YouTube, because my grandma told me to follow my heart, follow your dreams to make me proud. And I feel like I'm making her proud right now, sitting here talking to you guys about my grandma and what happened and all that. Any of you guys would really like to know what that cross is up there for? I pray to that. I pray to that every night. Tell Jesus to keep my grandma safe, and please let her watch down on me every single night. when I go to bed to keep me safe. And so far, it's been going good. And then there was a time where I went to a daycare and I was new there. I didn't know anybody there. All those kids that were there were really good friends, and I didn't know them. And then I would get bullied. I get pushed around. I would be called fat, ugly, stupid, retarded, dumb. To the point where I started using bad language and I started acting like it. Not to little kids, but back to them. And then there was one day where I was just out of it. I wasn't feeling that good. I was feeling emotional for some reason. I think it was like my grandma's birthday. I was feeling emotional, and they just started doing all that. So I didn't do anything though, but I had suicidal thoughts, and I never told anybody this, but you guys are the first ones I'm telling. Um, and I did have suicidal thoughts, and those thoughts was still in my mind today. I remember me saying, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm just gonna end all of it. I'm gonna kill myself. And that's what I was saying in my mind, but one person was saying, they did the same thing to me, and you just gotta get used to it. And around the time, they will start liking you. So I got used to it. Anytime they made fun of me, I would just ignore it, and to the point where today, now we are friends. Um, Anytime I go over, we go outside, play basketball, or we play Xbox together or something like that. And I forget them for it, because I was basically the same way, and it was like a wake up call for me saying, "Hey, stupid, stop bullying other kids," and that really stuck with me, and I still remember like it was just yesterday. Um, and that and the suicide thoughts put me in an even deeper depression, to the point where I'd fake going to school, like I'd fake throwing up so I could get out of school, just come home, to points where I was just out of it. Just like people were like, what the hell is this kid? To the point where I was mad, I was violent, I was just not good. As you can see, it's like hard for me to make this video. It's like I try to make this video since 11 o'clock. It's been an hour and 21 minutes. I am tired. I have to wake up early to go all the way out to Hempstead for some personal, but yeah. And basically every single time I thought of that, I thought my grandma wouldn't want this. She wouldn't want this. She would like me to keep fighting, ignore them, and just keep going and going and going and going. And that's what she got me here today. I keep making YouTube videos. I wake up every day striving for these YouTube videos for you guys because of my grandma. And the depression that I have, I push it aside and I make the videos for you guys. My ADHD, I push on the side for you guys, so you guys can have something entertaining to watch. And it's just basically why I do YouTube, for my grandma and for you guys. And you guys have like seen the soft side of me. You guys see me in videos lashing out, cussing, throwing chairs. I was never like that before my grandma died. Once my grandma died, I made this hard body shell, like an exoskeleton, around myself to be tough, to show nobody that I don't take no BS. And now I'm taking that exoskeleton off and showing my soft side for you guys, because I want you guys to understand what I went through, what my family went through, what just basically everything that happened to me went through. And I know some of the stuff sounds a little selfish, what happened to me, but it did happen to my other family, but none of them got depression, none of them got ADHD, except for me. The only one with ADHD and depression in my family. And just not a few years ago. I think like in 2015, I started getting nervous about dying, and it turns out that I had emotional and deep depression, and that was not good for my health. So they sent me up for a psychiatrist. I go there every Saturday morning, every 2 weeks in Saturday morning, and she really helps me out a lot. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably be either early in the morning. I'm gonna upload this either early in the morning or around the time that I'm done recording, because I don't think I can edit this video at all. It's just like straight from the bottom of my heart, telling you guys why I do YouTube, why I strive, why I have this exoskeleton. Because to be honest, I'm not like that. I'm like every other YouTuber. They have a sad backstory. Not every other YouTuber is great. Not every other YouTuber is. I mean, a YouTuber is a YouTuber no matter what. We're all human beings. And most YouTubers I know have a sad backstory. And Jacksepticeye kind of has one like mine because his grandma did die too. And I know what it feels like. But only thing, it was worse with his grandma. Because his grandma didn't know he was in the hospital. But you guys go check that out on the video that he posted of the dragon cancer. That dragon cancer. But that's why I do this. And I know some people think that, oh, he's just another emo YouTuber. I did get that a lot. Oh my god, you're just another emo kid. I'm not emo whatsoever. Which is the funny thing, because I see emo people doing this. I'm not emo. I'm just doing this from the straight bottom of my heart, telling you guys what happened in my life that got me to this point, and being in YouTube and getting 27 people watching. I know that doesn't seem a lot to that many people, but to me it's a lot. And then I just recently found out I have OCD. So anything that's uneven freaking bothers me. Yeah, but that's why I strive for YouTube, because of my depression. I push all that aside and I focus on the videos. I focus on editing. When I'm done with all that, I absorb it back in and I let it sit there, and I let it sit there in a chamber. And that chamber doesn't break until I let it break. And I know this seems like the type of video I don't do. Usually I start the video with like, hey guys, what's going on? Like I'm super high, I active or not. You gotta understand, this is hard for me to make. And it's 12:26 at night. It's like midnight. Like all these nationalities I come from, like a whole bunch of different things and like all that, and it's like you're not your normal YouTube video. But I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you. I just want to give a big shout out to my grandma. I know she's up there smiling down on me. Like, that's my son. That's my grandson. He did me proud. Before I start tearing up on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll be back to your normal daily scheduled program of me screaming my head off. But thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I love you, grandma, and bye, I guess.